Shark in your chest?
Yeah.
Ooh. Why?
All right. What does that mean?
Paige. Change your name.
We should.
Sarah, change your name.
We should be. I will. We should be live, but it's telling me busy, and I don't know what that means. Oh, yep, we're live. Cool. All right. Since we are live, I'm just gonna throw out some couple of little announcements. Hi. Welcome to Humblewood. We have one more who's on their way, and we have a new face today, as Alice here is going to be joining our campaign, and we will get to meet her character on our spa retreat. We are not going to start playing just yet, so just join us as we chill out and hang out while we wait for our friend to get off of work. Does anyone have any announcements?
Tomorrow is Star Wars Day. Leave out your chocolate milk and chicken nuggets for Baby Yoda.
The most important announcements of all. Anyone else?
Don't forget the frog eggs.
Don't forget the frog eggs. Also, session 12 of Outer Rim Misfits is this Wednesday. According to Kitsune, it's gonna be dark because it's Revenge of the Fifth.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I mean, if last episode wasn't dark enough.
Yeah.
You are so very cursed. You are so entirely cursed.
Beza is cursed. Something's going on with Boz.
Oh yes, the droid committed war crime.
Yeah, the droid committed arson against children.
Oh, I'd say you violated the
Geneva Convention.
Geneva Convention. I got the G and the C mixed up, but I don't think that exists in space. Certainly not on Tatooine.
MN Chief is currently in the chat. It says Clorgu is pissed.
It's like, you had to set them on fire, didn't you? Why is everyone doing the curse?
All good.
I do have to appreciate Phase's taste for aesthetics, though. That lightsaber is badass.
She doesn't even know it's a lightsaber.
Just a thing.
She's just like, this is something that looks like it might work. I just need to fix it.
Is it the actual saber, or is it the?
It's the one from Rebels.
No, I remember that
It's
one.
the Crimson Dawn saber. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it like stuck inside the stick, or is it just the saber?
No, it's just the saber. It doesn't have the staff part connected. It just the emitter doesn't work right now.
Oh yeah, besides.
So she'll have to repair it.
Half moon on there.
Yeah.
I
half moon and the two spikes with it.
Yeah, I loved when when Maul used it as his walking stick.
Yeah.
He's like, I have a walking stick. There's a laser that comes out of it I could beat you to death with. That's gonna be great. It's so very cursed, and I love it. I love when characters pick up cursed items. I don't know if it's technically officially cursed, but like,
it's probably gonna be cursed. I mean, I told Kitsune, hey, if you want her to become haunted now, she can totally be haunted.
There was of all the things you could pick up on fucking Tatooine. I love it. I love it so much.
Oh, we've already made memes about it.
I think I've seen some of them. Great.
Yeah. We
We
had like memes going on in our group chat and stuff of like with Kiera being guided by Qui-Gon, then there's Phasa being adopted by Darth Maul.
Yeah. She's like, hey, me and your granddad were tight. And meanwhile, the weapon of his
Wait, she's a Kenobi? Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing we've got to do.
All right, so I need you to stay away from Mandalorian. Wow, shit.
No, we have to go to Mandalore, but he'd be like, every now and then you just need to scream out Kenobi.
Yeah. It's just like, he's talking to her and it's like, okay, I'm going to help you on your path. Meanwhile, her friend picks up the weapon of his murderer.
Yeah.
I love it.
I don't have any announcements. Other than I hope you guys are planning to have some fun relaxation time.
It's the spa episode. The hot springs. I call it the hot springs episode.
This place is big. This place has options.
My mom texts me back, I should have just asked for the I don't have yet list.
At least once a week since April 2000.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Got all my random little notes here. We are super quiet today.
Sorry.
No apologies. I'm just pointing it out.
It's been a long day.
Understandable. I had to laugh when I got this shirt. So I did Stitch Fix for a while. And I said, I don't need anything else that's, dressy for work. I just need something for casual. I'm hoping for some alt styles, some goth looks. And she's like, I don't know what exactly you mean. So here, have this shirt that makes you feel butch as fuck. Just how that ended up working out. I don't know why, but I do.
So I'm just drawing one of my Star Wars OCs in her Rebels uniform.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Rebels.
Yeah, you know my senator character I post on TikTok? Yeah, she ends up joining the Rebel Alliance during the Rise of the Empire. She becomes a fighter pilot.
Nice.
Yeah. In the sort of story that I'm writing up, she leads her own squadron and everything.
I like it.
Sweet.
Oh, I mentioned it to Brian, but haven't been able to mention it to the rest of you. When Candlelit Keeps was on sale, I was able to acquire it on D&D Beyond, which is a series of side quest starters / one-shots. And I'm really excited that I have that now.
Nice.
Nice. Well, we're not on mute anymore, huh?
Hi.
My mother walked in.
Oh, really? Dead Mom's here?
Well, not here. She was here, but no one knew. Can't move.
My hair's decided that it wants to do this.
It's fabulous.
Yes, I don't know why. I wanted to start curling for no reason. I'm like,
Thrive. Thrive. Own it.
now if only I could figure out how to get it to do this more often. That would
I am sure there are lots of TikTok guides and online advice about how to find your hair texture and curl pattern and what to do to keep it and maintain it. Oh, stop. I wasn't doing anything on purpose. I freaking hit my elbow on your bulky ass chair.
My bulky ass chair.
Yeah,
You're
it
spinning around
hurt
like
my
a wild child.
I'm not. I was sitting comfortably right next to you, and the second that I moved, your chair got in my way and hurt my elbow. And I hit this earlier today on the freaking towel rack. Now that part I
Look at the
wasn't-
dog.
It's my fault. Oh my god. Oh, he's so excited. The fact that no one decided to play a chaotic evil goose is tragic.
Don't fucking tempt me.
I thought about it. It's like, Oh, yeah, these owls seem pretty cool. I heard you can be one of the birds. First thing popped in my mind is
Honk.
Untitled Deuce game.
Let's be honest. Luma would be a goat.
A goat.
Goose. My brain decided it doesn't like language anymore.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm a scat.
I'm a scat man.
Stop.
Stop. No.
Consider, while you guys are sitting there, who wants to get their inspiration by doing the sum up today?
The what? Sum up.
Summary.
Yes. By summarizing what has happened, you are eligible for inspiration. I understand that you don't really have that ability at the moment.
Well, I will make up what happened. Well, how's that?
I think that might confuse people. It would confuse me.
I will use the limited knowledge that I have of this world and make a summary.
Amazing. I gotta send you the lore packet. Oh, I also have to send you the Astral link. Not that we're gonna use Astral tonight. Unless y'all planning on starting some shit in the spa. In which case I gotta make one real fast.
Not on my list.
It won't be red. We better not start something in the spa.
Why do I feel like this guy loves cats and dogs?
I think he does. Oh, that's Mafia husband. It's a manga.
I really need to see that anime. I was so excited to hear that they made that into an anime.
I've only seen little bits and pieces of it. I don't really know what's going on. I would love a Mafia husband.
I would just like a husband.
No. Don't make it that broad. Because then you could get any husband.
I want a Jedi in the streets and a Sith in the sheets. That's what I want.
I was about to say shut the fuck up, but then I reflected on me. And I was like,
You can't judge me.
Cast the one.
I did it. I beat Breath of the Wild.
That's awesome.
Kill Ganon and everything.
Kill him good.
Oh. I got the V end like twice.
Did you collect all the memories?
I did. I collected all the memories, all 100 shrines, I upgraded my armor to the max. I got the Master Sword and the Hylian Shield. Yeah, and I beat Ganon.
Great. Now you can do the Master's Trials and the others. It's like pulls out a whole list. Basically, the Master's Trials.
No.
I think the Master Trials makes the Master Sword better,
No.
and there's another DLC where you get a motorcycle.
No, that's hard.
It's hard.
Nope, I'm gonna nope, I'm gonna delete the game and start all over again because oh my god, it was amazing.
That's how I play games. Although I wait until I'm like right before the end of the game and go, this seems like a good time to start over because I hate when they end. I'm getting better
That's fair.
about not.
But I
doing that,
wanted
but-
to I wanted to say that I finished the game. You know,
I'm
I
bad
worked
about that.
really hard. It took me like a year to finish it. But most of it was dedicated during quarantine when I was doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah. I do that a lot with Pokemon games. Like I'll beat like the main story or whatever, and I'll just like okay, and I'll just restart my adventure. I've done that with Sword and Shield, but it's a lot less compelling. But like, there's just so many Pokemon in this fucking
I'm
game.
watching what happens if you don't get all of the diamonds.
Like, I can conceivably build a team that I actually would like, but my team
So
always
you
is
just got that one.
looking about the same every fucking time because there's some Pokemon that you just meet and like, hey, you should take this one on your adventure. Okay, cool, sure, whatever.
So just one divine beast.
Like half of it turns out like, oh, because these like
We'll get
they
down.
become like
Oh my
invaluable
gosh.
fighting certain gyms,
Wow.
and then by the end of the game, it's like now I can just get whatever Pokemon I want, and it's kind of like it doesn't quite feel as good to me.
I want to hear.
Whereas I used to have to, like,
hear like the dubstep.
I had to focus on like trying to build a balance, or just
Hey, every time you scream,
pulling down on
Sonic
a tiger
Charge.
going with it.
Star
'Cause I
Wars.
like to build gym leader teams because I'm bad at the game. I was trying. They add all these cool new ghost Pokemon, but then it's like, but I also can't have Gengar right now, and I want Gengar. Give me my boy.
No, I'm still stuck going back and forth with Skyrim, like constantly.
I've never beaten Skyrim. I have. Hold on. Let me.
In my defense, I never touched the Civil War. I don't give a shit.
No, I've
Both
looked at
sides suck.
it. Yeah. Well, granted, I think one side sucks more than the other, but that's just because of how much I actually played it. I have 216.6 hours in Skyrim Special Edition, just for the PC. I have never once beaten the story. I've never gotten. I have never done the infiltrate the party mission, the Thalmor Embassy. I have not.
Oh, okay.
I've got. I'll do the story enough to get to the part where dragons will actually randomly spawn,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll just adventure. I'll just do other shit because then occasionally, hey, look, it's a fucking dragon to fight. You know.
Hello.
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 I believe in that case, we are already live, by the way. Helen.
Oh. That is good to know.
And we have Alice here who's joining us tonight for the first time. And did Hannah step away for a second? Okay. When Hannah comes back, we can get started. My lazy ass fish has not even noticed the mirror. Hello. It's time for your exercise. Wake the fuck up. He's just glaring at it from behind the plant. Lazy motherfucker.
If anyone heard that, that was my stomach.
have pothos plants that hang out near the opening, so the leaves never hit the water, but the roots are in the water, and they have become Scanlan's new favorite thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now that he's feeling a little healthier. All right. Who wants to take up the mantle of the last time on for the day? Anybody?
Shit, I guess I'll do it.
You don't have to if you don't want
If
to.
I even remember. Well, nobody else is stepping up, so.
If no one wants to do it, I
I
can
did it
still
last
do it.
time. I did it last time, so I'm like, it's because somebody else wants inspiration.
Well, it was our last session inside the hideout. Gerald had a family reunion. Went okay, no one died. Got to meet Showery. She did not like it at the hideout and wanted to get the fuck out, which eventually we did, but not before Frey did her best attempt to apologize to Zinzi's, and Zinzi's was just like, if I see you again, it's on sight. And she gave her a little token that Zinzi's took out of spite, not out of accepting the apology, just out of spite. We basically have to go back to the Alderheart and let them know, hey, the coalition will do a ceasefire as long as the government promises to help with the fucking towns affected by the wildfires and shit. So we have to decide, but we also have to figure out where the fuck we're going first. Are we going straight back to the Alderheart to do that? Or are we going up to Ashboro to help up there? Because Showery has to do something up there. So at some point, we're going to end up at Ashboro. Red was intoxicated, I think, 90% of the time last session. We had to say our goodbyes to Galen. He basically is being kept as a hostage to make sure that we do our part of the deal with the coalition. Nar stayed behind as well. Is now adopted by Frey's family. Good on Nar. We left the bandit coalition, made our way just back down the mountainside and shit, and we came across... The fuck was it that we came across again? That's kind of like what Howl's moving castle kind of shit.
A bagworm.
A bagworm.
A bagworm. We came across a bagworm, which is a mix of Howl's moving castle and Spirited Away bathhouse sort of shit. Zinzi's was like, I ain't fucking with this. Fuck y'all. She stayed outside. Everyone else went inside. And bagworm started to walk away. And Zinzi was like, oh, fine. I guess I'll follow y'all. And she was walking alongside, and Shari convinced her, hey, why don't you just get inside the bagworm? And Zenzi's like, why should I? This is weird. And Shari's just like, you wouldn't have to walk. And Zenzi's like, fair point. We get inside the bagworm. There is a capybara, sort of like hoo big summer blowout guy who's running the whole thing. Also, the bagworm is sentient and has the same vibes as Crush from Finding Nemo.
That's like amazing. Take your inspiration. I love.
I would say that is entirely accurate.
And Red was the one who helped Zinzi get inside too.
Yeah. Red like literally picked her up and pulled her in.
Amazing.
Now.
Amazing. All right. So, where we pick up, you guys have just had your tour by the host, innkeeper, whatever the fuck you want to call him, of the Bagworm Spa. You guys have free reign as you have already paid for your stay. Does anyone have anything in particular they want to do?
Sit in a corner and pout.
Find the library and scour every book.
All right. Zinzies, you are pouting in a corner.
Yep.
Are you going to just on that first floor, or are you going to try and find somewhere comfortable to pout, or?
She's gonna sit right where she entered and just pout.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm kind of hyper-focused on sending my mom a Copic master list right now.
You're fine. I'll come back to your pouting session. Showery, you're going all the way to the top to the library. You head up to the top of the Bagworm Spa and find yourself just surrounded by, I mean, it's that smell of bound books, that smell of library paper.
Oh, yes.
It's that really pretty lined rows of all of the meticulously cared for bindings on all of these books. Is there anything in particular you're searching for in here?
No, just reading is a good time to me. Me being a cleric of knowledge, I do a lot of studying.
Okay.
So just that's how I would like to pass my time is read probably some fantasy novels if there's some there first, and then probably later in the evening move over to more like educational stuff just to pass my time. That's how I relax.
Okay. Roll me 2 different investigation checks.
Okay. Investigation. Ooh, that's good. 18.
18?
And-
Okay.
Ooh, 21.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
You first find yourself perusing for the, non-fiction section. And it is quite vast. You can see that this library has been carefully curated over the years. There's a lot of interesting stories, a lot of first editions. This is obviously he takes a lot of pride in his library. You find everything from like Lord of the Rings style shit to like spicy as fuck in this fantasy section. So you've got options.
I leave the spicy stuff.
You're gonna
and I
leave
go
the
towards
spicy
like
alone.
the deep stuff. Yeah. This fun little fact. This is the very first asexual character I've ever played.
This is gonna be interesting.
So yeah. I'm gonna go into something like Lord of the Rings, see if I can finish that in a few hours.
You walk away from the Fabio covers and head down. No. Yeah, you are able to easily find great stories of dashing heroics and grand adventures and just beautifully woven stories that you get to enjoy for a while. For your second role, you looked for more historical style lore. You do find there's a lot of information on the adamantine in general, which is, as you know, the network of deities and their mythology. There's some stories on the tenders. And I don't know how much I've been able to mention the tenders to you guys before, but the tenders are a group of wizard druid like organization that was formed with it was originally formed with the help of tree ants, when tree ants were very common in the wood, and taught by the tree ants how to protect and shape the wood to expand its growth. And most of the tree ants were destroyed in the first surge of the Scorched Grove. There are very few left. It used to be that you could see them everywhere all those thousands of years ago. Now you can barely find them anywhere. And these tenders have kind of taken up the mantle of protecting the wood and trying to reshape the grove and whatever they can do to help support and protect Everden and the Humblewood since the Scorched Grove was formed.
Okay. Neat.
I actually have some more paperwork on the tenders to see if there's anything I'm missing. So you see a lot about the tenders. I can send you some of this stuff.
Yeah, that would be fine.
Yeah, the tenders' main goal is to the Order's faced its greatest challenge during the Great Calamity, which is when the Scorched Grove was first formed. As fires raged unabated, incinerating nearly a third of Humblewood's woodland, the tenders helped those fleeing the blaze. The flames of the Great Calamity forged the Scorched Grove, and the tenders took it upon themselves to restore the corrupted earth. So there are multiple sects within the tenders. One of them mostly focuses around the Scorched Grove itself. There is one that is off to the north that kind of keeps some of the chill at bay that has been attempting to encroach. And there is one off to the south that is more interested in gaining knowledge that could be used to help further their cause.
Ooh, okay.
You also learn, like I said, a little bit more about what happened during the calamity itself. That many treants held at bay whatever it was that caused the Great Calamity in the first place, while a ritual took place to help stop the effect. That is about all the information that is currently available regarding it. Its story has been very much lost to time.
Okay, so this would be something that I would maybe have had hints at in my village, like stories. Long
everyone
so this is
knows,
like a big info dump for me.
Yes, everyone knows of the tenders, but now you have information about what exactly they do and how they were formed.
Okay, then yeah, I am just eating this shit up all night long.
You also, like I said, you hear a lot of the lore regarding different stories. You obviously knew, because your god is Gesme?
Yes.
So you obviously knew, like, why Gesme is as revered as he is, why his image is on fire, which I believe you did read that lore?
I did, but it's been a while. Me as a player has forgotten.
So Gesme was a extremely clever crow-formed god who wanted to help the creatures of the forest and did so by taking a piece of the sun and bringing it to earth, therefore bringing fire, and ended up lighting himself on fire, but continued through his sacrifice to bring it to those in need.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
For this, he is very revered.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah.
Thank you.
So you see
Sounds
some of
like
that
a great
story,
night.
some of the other stories, and I'll send you the rest of the religious lore so that you can really get into that background, because you rolled really fucking high.
Yeah, I rolled a 19 on the die.
That's pretty damn good.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Anyone else know what they would like to do first?
Red will find a little, like, hot bath to herself, one of the private ones,
Okay.
and spend time alone.
All right, you take a moment to your own little private. It's very much like the Japanese style individual onsens that you're able to just soak in and enjoy with a bottle of booze on hand and just really take a minute to just breathe. There's still some of that relaxing reed-like music playing in the background that you really don't know where it's coming from, but it's there. All in all,
She's like, oh, it kind of reminds me of home.
yeah, all in all relaxing, all in all very comfortable, enjoyable. Gerald, was there anything you wanted to do? Gerald? Was there anything in particular you wanted to do?
Gerald needs a bath.
Okay. Are you going to use one of the private onsens like Red is doing, or are you going to use one of the public, or the bigger pool areas?
That works. On my knee. That works. You know what? Screw it. He'll use one of the public ones, but he'll
All right.
cover.
It's currently unoccupied, but you're able to relax in a larger area. It gives you a chance to spread out and properly soak and swim a little bit because it's big enough for that. There's still a that nice music that's constantly going around, but you're able to relax and enjoy the amenities at this particular spa. Gwen, are you around? Brian?
Yes, dear. I'm here.
What exactly is it that you're hoping to do at first for...
Of course, I'm going to relax. Gwen is going to go straight to the room that she has booked, drop off everything, and then go for a mud bath.
All right. It is. You get to your room. It is plush in here. It is very tastefully decorated with lots of it's a weird balance of tasteful, and there's a lot of knickknacks just everywhere in this whole spa, and that seems to have also expanded into the rooms. But big downy pillows, big bed, lots of room to, stretch out. And then you head down for a mud bath. And it is it's that wonderful, nice, soak that you have. You've got that scented candles around. It is super relaxing.
Mm-hmm. Gwen's going to do the thing that hedgehogs do and sort of curl up into a ball with just like her nose and maybe her eyes above the surface of the mud. And she's just going to take it all in. And then after an appropriate amount of soaking, is going to ask the attendant to help her get out, rinse off, and go for a nice steam in a sauna.
So you do notice, as you are in here, there's not so much an attendant in any of these areas, but all of these areas that you guys have this small little string nearby attached to a bell, and whenever you ring it, the owner, who has introduced himself to you, his name is Ormir Belindo. Ormir will be the one who appears. He seems to be the only one who works here. And he happily comes in and, offers you a towel. And is there anything else I can do for you, my dear?
Oh, no. By the way, I apologize in advance if my quills pluck any of your plush pillows.
Oh, no worries, my dear. We certainly have had all sorts come through here. And, I just love meeting new people, so it is always worth the risk.
Oh, you're too kind. If you wouldn't mind, if you have something I could put on the bed to protect the plushness, it would be greatly appreciated.
I will make sure that's brought up to your room as soon as possible.
Oh, no rush. I'm gonna go relax some more. Thank you so much, dear.
Certainly, certainly.
And because they helped me out of the mud bath, I will tip them a gold.
Oh, I much appreciate it. Thank you so much. Kind of tucks it into the sleeves.
Mm-hmm.
Zinzies, you have been sulking in a corner. At a certain point of time, Ormir, this capybara mixed with a quokka, weird-ass little creature, comes up to you with what's basically a charcuterie plate. Is there anything I can get for you, darling?
What?
Well, you...
Sorry, I'm joking.
We eat the food. We don't breathe the food. I thought maybe we should specify that.
Tell that to my lungs. No, I'm fine, thank you.
Are you sure? There's lots of different things that you can check out in this establishment of mine. Everyone's welcome.
I think I'll just stay right here.
He looks you over. Actually, I'm going to roll up. I got to pull something up and roll real quick to see if he notices that you... anything off of you. He's going to roll an insight.
Letting you know now, as a player, I had nothing planned for tonight.
Oh, you're fine. He's just an interesting kind of person. Ooh, shit, he just rolled a natural 20. So what's he getting off of Zinzi's?
I don't know.
How is she feeling in this space?
She does not like the fact that the building is moving. Or that the building itself is technically alive.
He looks at you for a second, then just kind of sighs, and then very calmly sits next to you and goes, I know this place can be a little off-putting at first, but I promise you, it's completely safe. We've been traveling around this wood for many years. There's nothing here that could harm you. Maybe you'd find a nice bath very relaxing.
No, I think I'm good just sitting right here.
Well, if you change your mind, we have many options for you here. We've got a wonderful library upstairs, and there's a sparring ground not too far off over to the right over there. We have all of our pools. We have a zen garden. Our beds are quite plush. All sorts of things. I'm also always here if you need to talk.
Good to know!
You seem like you've been through a lot, so keep it in mind.
No idea.
Not unless you tell me that's true.
I've only just met you.
That's true. I simply like making new friends and meeting new people and learning new stories. I live for it.
Just nervous laughter.
Well, I can see I'm making you uncomfortable, but if you change your mind, you know where to find me. And he walks off.
In the back of Zinzi's mind, she's just like, where the fuck would I find him in this place?
He goes and sits at the front desk and he just pulls out a little book. On the second day, you guys are able to get a restful night, a nice, really good meal, lots of hearty food, some sweets at the end. You guys have a really decent night. On the second day, as you guys are relaxing, you noticed that the building that you're in starts to come to a slow and then a stop. The door opens, and would you like to describe your character as she comes in the door?
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So whoever is in the lobby will see this.
Okay, I haven't tried the voice out yet, so we're gonna try it. We're gonna see how it goes. So in walks this sort of small and thin creature, unlike anything anyone in this area has probably seen. Her fluff, which would normally be hair, just pure fluff, white with bits of pinkish purple in it, adorned by a small little crown, is just poofing out. And she also has this fluff sort of on her chest and this big bosom that's hiding under delicate robes of silk and scarves of satin with delicate embroidery on them. Two antennas, yellow antennas, are sticking out and moving around viciously. And she struggles as she enters in the building. She stops for a moment, and her large green wings sort of get stuck on the door. So she stops and with her forearms sort of pushes them down and takes the long tails of her wings and picks them up and fiddles with them until she sort of wraps herself in her wings like a cape. It's uncomfortable because her wings are very strong and stiff, but she manages to get them to a point that she can walk. She walks up to the front desk, her face very small, but eyes very large, and you can't really see a mouth, but a voice comes out, and she goes up to this strange creature and is extremely uncomfortable, her arms very thin, hugging tightly to her. She says, hi.
Oh, hello there. Is there something I can do for you? Are you hoping to stay?
Possibly. I'm just looking for an establishment where I can get information. I'm not quite sure where I am.
Well, my dear, you're currently at the Bagworm Spa, but something tells me that's not exactly what you meant.
No. What is this area? Where are these woods? I don't know where I am at all. I'm very lost, and I'm afraid I've been taken far away from my family, and I can't have that.
Oh my, it seems like you've been through quite a lot.
I am very troubled at this moment. Can you tell me on a much broader, larger spectrum where I am?
Well, darling, you're in Everden, big part of the Humblewood.
Humble. Oh dear. Oh.
He reaches underneath his counter and pulls out a cup of tea. A steaming cup of tea, and just sets it out in front of you. And goes back to his normal, hands crossed pose. It looks like you could use that, darling.
And she I'll put this down. She takes it and is kind of suspicious about it. She kind of looks at it. Her little antennas kind of go down and investigate it.
If you want, you can make a
Takes
perception
a small
check.
little sip. Why not? Yeah.
To see, if you don't trust it, you can make a perception check first.
You can do it online.
And you have
That's
advantage.
right. I'm gonna do it online.
And
Say perception, right?
Perception, yes.
if you're using your feelers to smell, then you have advantage.
There you go. Got a 15.
Oh, yeah, using my feelers. Yeah.
So you can do that. So you got a 15, and you said advantage, right?
Oh,
So-
well, it already...
Yes. You rolled a 15. Now you can roll again, because that's advantage. Yeah, so your highest was 15.
Okay, cool.
So when you want to make any check, you can just press the little button there, and it'll roll it for you. Isn't that nice?
That is the cutest. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that was a 15.
Okay. You don't smell
Right.
anything that could be...
Yes, okay.
You don't smell
That was a
anything that
15.
could be a poison or anything like that. It smells very much of... It's like a rose hip tea. It's floral herbal bouquet.
Okay. Cute. Okay. Love me some flowers. Take a sip of it. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, that's very lovely.
Well, it looks like you're in quite a bit of a...
Okay.
It sounds like you're in quite a bit of a pickle, darling. How about...
Well, I'm afraid I'm not from here or anywhere near here, and I wasn't totally quite sure this place existed anymore.
Everden.
I was out exploring, scavenging, and suddenly I was ambushed by these large creatures, and they took me, either put me in a bag or just blindfolded me in something, but I couldn't tell where I was, and they talked about making a fortune and insulted me about my looks and how strange of a creature I was, and they were the ones that were strange to me, quite frankly. And after, I suppose, days, a very long time of traveling, they stopped, and I rushed out, and I squirmed away as quickly as I could, and now I'm here.
That's quite the story, darling. Well, I do have a library upstairs that you are welcome to take a look at, and you're welcome to use some of our amenities here. It certainly sounds like you've been in quite a bit of a pickle, so how about I just take you to the Elder Heart and let you decide from there where you'd like to go? I think that's your best bet to find more information.
Okay. Elder Heart?
The Elder Heart is the central city of Everden. It is our capital.
Okay. Would this library of yours happen to have any maps and large scales of places?
I haven't been one to really collect maps much, but there are some other adventurers in this spa at the moment. You could ask any of them if they might be able to help you.
We'll start with the library.
All right. On you go. I'm Ormir, by the way.
Excuse me?
My name is Ormir, by the way. Ormir Belindo. It's very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I'm Changa, if we're making introductions.
It's very nice to meet you, Changa. I hope you find your home quickly.
Thank you. Where is the library?
Oh, certainly. He actually leads you on a tour through his entire facilities.
Oh, goodness.
He's very proud to show off his spa, and he's very pleased to show you all of the little amenities that are available as you are now staying at the spa.
Love that. Well, am I staying here free of charge, or do I still have to pay him whatever I have on my person?
I won't even make you make an insight check. From what you gather, based off of your sob story and his reaction, he doesn't think you have anything anyway, but he's not gonna leave you in the fucking woods.
Good person. That is a good person. Very kind.
And I don't know if you heard the description, but this guy is basically, he's about 1.5 feet tall. So he was eye level with you at the counter and then climbed down a set of stairs and is now in front of you, teeny tiny. But his appearance is similar to like a capybara meets a quokka. You know, those smiling rodents?
Yes. I love both capybaras and quokkas especially.
With deep amber, almost brassy, copper-colored eyes. He's very strange.
Precious. Precious man. Precious. I love him.
Alright, so he leads you around. You do see throughout the halls all the other different people. And I'm sure, Shaori, are you still in the library on day 2?
I would have gone back up to the library, yes, depending on if it was after probably late morning. I would have fallen asleep reading my books.
Alright.
Forgetting to do my ritual because so entranced in books.
Of course.
So that's a thing for today. But no, if it was after probably 9, 10 in the morning, I'd be up there.
Alright, so then Ormir leads you, Chang'e, upstairs where you see... Shaori, would you like to explain your character to our newcomer?
Yeah. If I can remember myself. You see a 4'8", very small owl-looking creature. She's got on blue robes, a small set of wings on her back. She's got a big backpack. It looks stuffed with stuff. Books strapped to it, long scarves running down. She's got a big shield across her left arm. And she's probably sitting in one of the corners next to the bookshelf, cross-legged down on the floor, and just nose in a book, just going back and forth. She's a very quick reader. That's probably what you see right now. But I also have this.
Fantastic.
That is
Love
Shaori.
it. Oh! Precious.
Yes.
I love
She's
it.
beat.
Oh goodness. Okay. Well, I'm first gonna look around the library to see if I can find anything on my own, because every creature I'm seeing right now is the weirdest thing I've ever laid my eyes on. I'm a little uncomfortable. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to find some maps or any books with geography in them.
Shaori, if you want, you can make an insight check.
Okay, I was just about to say I have a passive perception of 14. You can say whether or not I'm too entranced in the book to notice our newcomer for the moment.
Oh, you definitely noticed the newcomer come upstairs because Ormir was chatting her ear off while explaining.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like she quietly snuck in.
I would have heard Ormir.
Yeah.
Insight is not too bad. 23.
23. You can definitely tell that whatever this creature is, it's very uncomfortable. Doesn't know what to do with itself.
I'll put a bookmark in my book and just kind of close it and put it on my lap. Do you need help finding anything? I've perused most of these shelves. I just kind of say out loud. That's it.
I think she's glitching out. Their internet has been
Oh,
finicky.
yeah, they're frozen.
Yeah. Okay, now you've moved. Did you hear any of that?
Where you? I miss you. Come back to me. Come back to me. Hello? Am I back?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yay! And then they're gone again.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
This should be interesting.
Yeah. We're still waiting for you to come back.
Rude. Oh, no.
There we go. See if that works.
All right, we can hear you. You keep freezing, but we
Okay.
can hear you.
That's
Okay.
dangerous. Okay.
Are we still frozen?
Are you sure you can hear us?
We can hear you.
We can hear you. You're a bit like twitchy in the video, but we can hear you. At least.
Okay.
Maybe that'll.
All right.
Oh, that's much better.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay. So. Yeah.
Do you need help finding anything? I've perused most of these shelves.
Oh. I'm very nervous. Have you found any maps of this area and beyond?
DM, with my roll from last night, would I have found any maps? If not, I have a thing.
You have not found any maps.
Okay. No, I haven't seen any maps, but if you're looking for just a map of the general area, I could whip you up one in probably half an hour or so.
Oh well, I mean that would, I'm sure that would be helpful. However, at this moment, the map I need should extend beyond Humblewood, because I am afraid I have never had a map that extends beyond my own home. But now I realize there may not be a map that extends elsewhere.
DM, would I have seen maps beyond Humblewood or just for Humblewood?
Make a
throughout my
history
life?
check.
Alrighty. History. +2. No! 8.
Oh
Nope. You've seen only the most basic of maps just lying around the abbey that you grew up.
Oof. Yeah, that roll kills what I was planning on doing, too. Ouch.
Aw.
No, dear, I don't think I've seen a map that goes beyond Humblewood. But I grew up in just a small town. We're heading to a much bigger place at the moment. Probably find something there.
Possibly. Probably. May I ask a very personal question?
Sure.
And this is a very personal question. Take this the wrong way.
I'm completely open.
What exactly are you?
I'm a strig deer. I'm a strig. The deer was extra. I'm a bird folk. There are many types of bird folk in Humblewood. Many other types of animals as well.
I see.
Folk.
I see. Okay. Well, because you have wings, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Strig's wings, by the way, are their wings are extensions of their arms. So
I thought so.
it's not a separate set
Unfortunately,
on
Hero
their
Forge
arms.
couldn't let me do that.
Yeah.
I wanted to. That's what I wanted to do.
And there are talons off of basically would be like the wrist-ish area.
Yeah. So I have wings this way. I don't have separate arms.
Okay. Now, the wing shape I recognize. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, most of the birds around here seem to be in a similar shape to mine. I don't believe I've seen your kind around here either.
Well, to be completely fair, I don't think most people would see people of my kind, but that's besides the point. I'm just like kind of looking around the area, like just to see if anything else is happening, if there's anything familiar to me, because I'm so uncomfortable.
Make a perception check. And while you're doing that roll, real quick, Zinzies, where were you this morning? Did you come back down to the lobby, or did you hide in a room, or?
I think I'm hiding in my room.
Okay. I just wanted to see if you saw any of that conversation.
Wait. Oh, I see. Okay. That was a 19 for yeah.
Okay. Well, first off, you remember that you were just walking along in the woods. A giant fucking caterpillar with a house on its back passed you by, and that is what you walked into to find this spa. You are on the top floor of said spa, where the library is located. All of the shelves are very carefully carved out of wood. All of the books are lining the shelves, absolutely gorgeous. There are windows in the top of this room that look out onto the forest, so you can see a higher view. It's not quite above the trees, but it's definitely more of that deep canopy brush. And you also notice the trees kind of part out of the way of the bagworm, and then in the window to the back, you can see that they go back into place after the bagworm passes through. So it does not damage the surrounding wood in any way.
That's precious. I love that.
But you guys at this point are mostly, you guys have left the mountains behind, so mostly all you're seeing are the trees. And every now and then a stream. And then some of the wildlife that you're used to seeing. You know, birds, bunnies, deer running through the forest as well. And some things that you probably haven't seen. So this is very new to you.
My goodness.
But you are fucking lost.
You seem quite nervous, dear. If you like, I could perhaps do a little magical calming, if you wish.
No, that's quite all right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just coming to terms with current situation and recognizing that it's likely that my residence is not recognized in this land. And I am the only one of my kind here. The closest thing to me that I have seen thus far is the large creature carrying this vicinity. And that is all.
Yeah, I can see why that would be rather distressing.
I don't mean to be impolite. I'm simply overwhelmed at this point.
No, you're quite all right. You're quite all right.
What is your name and preferred pronouns? I really can't tell with creatures here.
Oh, that's quite all right. My name is Shaori.
Shari?
And I am
Okay.
she.
She? Okay.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi. May I
I
ask
am-
the same of you?
Yes. I am Chana, and I am
Chana.
also she.
Hello, Shauna.
Hi. So, you are a being of knowledge, I suppose, since you have come here and made your home in the library.
You could say that. Yes. I like to absorb knowledge wherever I'm at. It helps me serve my god, Kasemi.
Oh. Okay. Huh. Interesting. That's very interesting.
That's a good way of putting it. Yes, interesting. I've heard much worse ways.
I don't mean to be rude. I'm simply taking in information of
A lot. Everything.
everything and all things.
Yes.
Also, what is the height difference right now?
How tall are you?
Well, how tall are you? I'm
4'8".
4'8". Okay.
Yes.
I think
I'm a smaller bird.
You're like 3
Yeah,
foot.
3'4".
Yeah.
I think 3'4". Oh, not bad.
Oh, okay.
That's not too
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah. I'm sitting cross-legged on the ground right now, so you're probably a little taller than me.
Hello.
Hello, Claudius.
Hello, Clarice. I'm just fascinated with these beings who are like thick, because I got these tiny little skinny arms and a tiny little body, but the biggest gut butt.
I love every minute of this conversation. It's amazing.
Am I wrong though? Am I
No,
wrong for
no.
calling it a gut butt?
No, I love it. I love it so
That's
much.
amazing.
Have you come here alone, or are you with other guests?
I am with other guests. I was actually just about to say, if you think I look strange, you should see some of my new friends.
Oh dear, you're all different?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, no, there's one that's like me.
Oh.
Kind of. I don't
Kind
know about him
of.
yet.
Oh.
But yeah, we're basically all different. Would you like? They're probably all down in the breakfast hall or in the bathing area. I haven't left the library or my room, so I wouldn't know. But I can help go introduce you if you would like.
That is rather a terrifying thought. But I recognize at this moment I don't have any other options. And
You perfectly have another option. You can sit and read just like me. I don't have any plans of leaving this room, and unless you wanted me to help you go.
Well,
Not tonight.
Well, I at least find solace in meeting someone who appreciates knowledge in the same way that I do. So that at least is nice.
Yes, that is very nice. It is somewhat
yes.
rare.
Yes. What are you reading?
I'm currently reading about the Tenders. I don't know specific book, but what she explained earlier, the Tenders.
The Tenders. That sounds like a
Yeah.
food.
You know, I thought so myself, but apparently it's a group of magic folk who are entrusted to protect the woods.
The book you are reading is called The History of the Creation of the Tenders Order.
That one. I'll pass it over.
Oh yeah,
As a-
I'm gonna sit down next to you and like kind of like brush my wings under me, because I don't know if you've ever seen this Luna Moth's wings, but like after they dry out, they're like ping.
Oh, okay.
So she is like, they're not very flexible.
Well,
So
I'm
she
sure
probably
you've got
like
plenty of room.
yeah. So I think she gets down on like all fours like a moth. And then like starts like taking her little arms and like flipping through the pages.
That is adorable.
In this stance.
Oh, I love it. Yes,
This is my Luna moth. Not a Chinese Luna moth, but a Luna moth.
it's
Amazing.
adorable.
Okay. So I'll start skimming through the pages and being like, magical order. It's rather interesting.
I thought so too.
While you are doing that, we're going to skip over to Gerald real quick. Gerald, you receive a little ping of magic, and a sending spell comes through. You hear a familiar voice speak. We have heard from Benna. Peace talks will begin shortly. Some council members are unhappy, but I am grateful. Please, stop by for a visit. It sounds like the voice of Speaker Avery.
I'm trying to measure out my words. They're annoying. Yeah.
Bless you.
Bless you. Like, their annoyance is
I can tell.
I'm trying to find a good word. Oh, their annoyance is inconsequential, so long as we can move forward. There are some concerns that I know of personally we can discuss when we're back.
When we're. It still works.
We can discuss when back.
Okay. All right. You get the sense that the message is received, but you don't hear any reply.
Okay.
What's Gerald doing at the moment?
Gerald is he's probably getting this ping as he's getting out from another soak.
Okay.
Sort of fluffing himself out and getting dressed again, so he can. When she's done with that, he's probably going to find a spot probably near the stairs, and play the lute.
Okay, were you using the public or the private for soaks this time?
For soaks, he will probably use the private.
Alright, so in the private one, you just, earlier in the day, you just heard Ormir giving the same tour talk that you guys got before outside of the room that you're in. Just briefly go by, but that was before you got the ping. Same with Zinzi's. Zinzi's, you heard it outside the doors. This is our living quarters for while you're staying. Just outside the door as you're in the room.
I'm holding up both of my guns just in case somebody... PTSD squirrel at this point.
You know what I love about this the most? You know what I love about this the most, though, that's probably fucked up from me? Zinzi's is a town guard. If anyone would know what to do when someone is lost and has been kidnapped, it'd be Zinzi's. And she's just hiding in her room like, fucking no!
Okay, there's a difference between small town town's guard and big city town's guard. This is way above her pay grade.
Even past your pay grade for about 15 sessions.
All right, what about Gwen? What is Gwen doing at this moment?
I was trying to take a nap, dear, but you've interrupted me, so I guess I'll wake up.
And we don't know if that was Gwen or Brian or both.
Yes. Gwen started off the day sort of just doing the hedgehog stretch, and then pulling out the old tarot cards because she hasn't used those in a while, and she's supposed to do like a 3-card pull to sort of see what lies ahead for us.
Okay. Are you using your divination?
I would be using my divination magic, sort of, but not really. The closest thing I could think of is Druidcraft.
Oh, to find the weather?
Well, yes, but also like just getting a general read from the cards themselves. As the DM, if you have inputs that would be helpful to me, you're welcome to supply it, or I can just do a 3-card read.
Just roll a percentile dice for me.
Ooh. Oh, but also, what is the weather going to be like for the next several days?
The weather...
No, the day. Sorry.
The weather is getting warmer as you're leaving the Crest Mountains. It seems like today will be foggy with a light drizzle.
There doesn't happen to be a balcony in this place, does there?
You do find a balcony, yes. It's near the Zen. It's near the so there is the eating hall that's indoors, and then you go past that, out of that to what's looks like a mini Zen garden, and right outside of that is what looks to be an outdoor seating area.
Okay, Gwen will spend some time there today in the mist just to get like a nice cool breeze. But before that, she's going to do a float in the public pool for like a good hour or two. Just hedgehog ball,
Okay.
nose out of the water,
I'll say while you're in the public pool is when you watch Ormir walk past you, giving the tour speech to a giant walking moth.
I'm just gonna keep my eyes closed, but like be aware of it.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna see them, but I am gonna hear them go by. And I rolled a 48 for the percentile.
Okay. The cards give you a sense of calm, followed by happy reunions, and hidden distress, if that makes sense.
Oh dear. I hope that's not Zinzi's. She's had a rough go of it lately. Well, off to soak. And she'll soak and hear them go by, and then afterwards she'll get like a light little snack and go out on the lanai and just sort of like bask in like the dewy precipitation.
Okay.
And she feels really good after the hot or the like warmed pool.
Yeah, absolutely. What
No.
about Red? What is Red doing at this moment?
Well, I mean, she's been enjoying her soak in her alone time. But probably at this point, she's probably gotten out of the hot tub.
I would hope so. This is day 2.
Oh, dear God. Yeah, and yes, absolutely, 100%.
What is she doing? Because this is where Xiangyi has come in the next day, that morning. So I don't know what
And
she
she
has
probably,
planned for
like-
this day.
She's probably got, like, just gotten out of the shower, like, rubbing her fur with a towel, you know, walking out of her room, flask in hand.
Mm-hmm.
She's coming out of her room. Does she see anybody?
High or low? High?
Mhm.
Okay. So you don't see anybody, but you do hear Ormir's voice heading up the stairs. And you can tell he's touring somebody, which means it's not someone from your group.
Zinzi's. She's gonna go find Zinzi's.
Do I hear my name? What?
Ah! There you are.
She's gonna put her guns away as Red enters her room.
You're alright.
We are in a building that is moving.
Yes.
That strange man keeps trying to get me to tell life story.
Zinzi's, think of this as like a ship. A ship moves.
What's a ship?
You don't know what a ship. Oh God.
What's an iceberg? Sorry.
What's an iceberg? She knows about boats. She doesn't know about ships.
Ship is a ship. It's like a big boat. It's like a house, but on the water.
What's the size of houses?
Sometimes bigger. And it uses big cloths to let the wind carry it where it needs to go. So think of this as a house that's moving to get to where it needs to go.
What if we're just being kidnapped?
I highly doubt that we're being kidnapped, because the last time that I got kidnapped, I got blindfolded, gagged, and knocked out.
Not all.
None of which is happening to us right now.
Not all kidnappers are the same, Red.
Zinzi's. She's gonna sit next to Zinzi's. It's all right. There's no need to be so tense.
I don't know, just things haven't been going the way I thought they would ever since we reached the Alder Heart.
I know. Here, do me a favor. We'll do it together. Breathe in. Breathe out. Just take a moment to breathe. You're not allowing yourself to sit and rest.
No one else allowed me to be rightly upset for almost dying.
You are completely allowed to be upset.
Gwen
You are
doesn't.
very allowed.
Gwen made it seem like I was overreacting.
Gwen is Gwen, darling. And I disagree with her sometimes. But I disagree with everyone in this party sometimes. Doesn't mean that they don't care any less. Doesn't mean that they don't want to be around you, but they don't care. Situations are situations. You can't allow one situation to dampen every other. You are amazing, and you surprise me every day. Just breathe. You're holding in too much. Relax.
I'll try to.
Would you like some? She holds out her flask.
She'll gladly take it and start chugging.
All right. My God.
Congratulations, Red. You turned the squirrel into an alcoholic.
It was bound to happen eventually.
She'll take the flask back and go, all right. She'll stand up. Up. Come on. Big breath. In. Out. Now, let's find you a place to relax. There's a library. There's plenty of windows that we can look out just to see where we are. We can, if it makes you comfortable, we can look out the window every 10 minutes and mark where we were and where we are now.
Okay.
All right. So just relax. We can always go into the saunas. They're very nice in there. It's all for relaxation.
This is all really new to me.
And that's all right. New isn't bad. New is just different. I gotta remind myself of that in the real world sometimes. My God. I was just preaching to the choir.
Look, we've all done it as a character. We have all said some stuff and then immediately looked at
And
the
then
nearest
gone,
reflective serpent
"Oh."
and just like, bitch. Who the
Like,
fuck are you
son of
talking to?
Also, I rolled myself a con save to see how quickly she would react to downing alcohol. I rolled a natural 19.
Oh.
Plus 6 is a 25. I think Zinzi's is good.
Zinzi's is good.
Yeah.
Nice tips. Like, oh, hey.
No, she doesn't feel it.
It's like, okay.
You're welcome.
All
You're
right.
supposed to do something?
So,
Why do people like this so much?
Red and Zinzi's, are you heading downstairs?
Yeah, Zinzi's will just follow Red.
Okay. You guys head downstairs. Are you going straight to the saunas, or are you stopping to get food?
And get some breakfast. Because
Get
Zinzi's
some
is
food.
not... I think Zinzi's has not eaten in a whole day.
All right.
She's been too afraid to leave her room.
So you guys are sitting eating some food. And through the open window, a small, not a sand strider, but similar type of bird flies in and lands on the table, clutching what looks to be like a little packet, and sets it in front of Red, and then flutters back out that window. It looks like it was a messenger bird of some kind.
Red will like fidget in her seat and take the package and unwrap it.
Inside this packet is a tightly wound scroll tied with a shoddily tied with a ribbon, and a pendant, a little necklace.
What is the necklace of, or what does it look like?
Let me, first off, I'm just doing that real quick. And then let me just look at the picture so I can describe the necklace. So what I just sent you is the link to what is said in the letter.
Okay.
And it looks like it looks like a very carefully carved out of wood feather pendant. You smell it, and it's got that faint smell of old ale.
Okay.
And I believe I just sent you the
letter.
Correct letter if you end up opening that.
Yes. She'll read the letter and just go.
What's that?
Nice necklace. She'll put it on.
You can now add Amulet of the Drunkard to your inventory.
Okay. What? Hold on a second.
For those who do not know, this amulet smells of old ale-stained wood. While wearing it, you can regain 4d4 plus 4 hit points when you drink a pint of beer, ale, mead, or wine. Once the amulet has restored hit points, it cannot do so until the next dawn. So it's once a day. You can drink booze to regain hit points. You can treat booze like a healing potion.
Hair of the dog.
Oh
head.
my
Greater
gosh.
healing potion. I think,
Wow.
right? 44?
It's 4d4 plus 4.
Oh, wow.
That is a greater health potion.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I was saying.
That's a serious health potion. So if Red is currently dying, just hand her a beer.
Hey, does it work in that situation?
Huh.
Could you?
There's
down,
only one way to find out.
Oh, Red,
If you
please
could
don't go
avoid
unconscious.
dying, please.
We're going to have to shove a pint of beer down your gullet.
Meanwhile, the onlookers are like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm like, "Don't worry, she has a fancy necklace. It means it'll heal her."
There. That was weird.
That's weird.
Trust me, I'm not a doctor, but trust me anyway.
There we go. Okay, so what was it called again?
It's called the Amulet of the Drunkard. I thought it seemed only appropriate for Red.
Find it. Okay.
It should show up. If not,
Showed up when I searched for it on D&D Beyond.
yeah, it could just be it's on. You should, because it's part of Wildmount. If not, I will send you the information.
Okay. Okay, because when I try to look it up in like equipment and stuff, it doesn't show up.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll see if I can help you with that later because I have access to your character sheet.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. It might be because I just don't have the book or whatever it is
I
on
have
D&D on where it's from.
Yeah, I have content sharing and it's turned on. And since I have that book, you should have access to it, so I'm gonna look through it and check.
Okay. But even so,
Yeah.
she'll read the letter and fold it up and stick it in her pocket. And she'll just say to these, let's just say it's an... Oh, what's happening with my accent? My God. Let's just say that it's an apology.
Apology?
I'm sorry. Ow!
I don't know what's going on over there, but I'm concerned.
You alright?
I don't even know what's going on.
I'm
Drop
sorry.
your phone.
I dropped my phone and then proceeded to breathe in my hair when I tried to get it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You remember my old friend, right? The one who kidnapped me.
Are they really your friend if they kidnap you?
We were close. No, I'm not so sure. But at least she apologized, I suppose.
Doesn't mean you have to forgive her.
No. I'd just rather not have that kind of attitude on my mind. I'd rather not have that kind of weight resting on my shoulders. I'd rather let it go. Be free from it. Life's too short.
I know what you mean.
I want my own ship with my own crew. And I can't have that if I'm stuck caring too much about who hurt me.
Ow. Red of all people to be saying this, while Zinzi is still not letting go of what Frey did. Zinzi's just like, I didn't ask to be called out right now.
I think the inappropriate term would be shocked.
And the thing is, like, Red isn't even calling her out, like, not even intentionally. She's just stating what she thinks. She's like, nah, life's too short. I don't want to bother. You know?
Zinzi's will just quietly nod at this point.
You're right.
Yeah. Great.
Head tilt.
Make it seem so easy to let things go.
When you've been through a lot, you learn to let things go very quickly. Because if you don't, things pile on. And it weighs you down. I've had a lot to be upset about. However, what's the point? If I'm holding on, if I'm weighing myself down, I can't get anything done. Knowing me, knowing the way that I work, just wouldn't work that way. sometimes, and it's a silly analogy, so don't laugh. Sometimes you have to be like a duck and let the water roll off your back.
But how can I be a duck when I'm covered with fur?
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, she's an idiot.
No, Zinzies, it's an analogy. Do you know what an analogy means?
Let's test her intelligence.
Nope.
That's an 8. Isn't an analogy something that like you have where you like can't eat something or you can't be around something because it'll make you sick?
No, that's allergy. I'm talking about an analogy. An analogy it's a metaphor. It's a
Zinzi's just blinking at you at this point. We had one schoolhouse in my town, Red. One. It didn't go past 6th grade.
So it's an example. It's an example. So you know how ducks, they have oily feathers, and the water rolls off their feathers so that they don't get soaking wet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you represent the duck, and your problems that you face is the water. And when you let when you let problems roll off your back, or when you let go of those problems, they don't affect you. An analogy.
We check to make sure she understands. Okay, 12. I think she understands.
Oh, she understands.
I was about to say, if she rolled like a nat 1, she'd be like, so what you're saying is I should put oil on my fur? We all saw how that worked with one other character.
Yes, that is exactly what she means.
This will nod. She's like, I think I understand now.
Just bottom line, it's gonna be all right. I'm going to be all right. My old friend apologized and gave me a gift, so can't complain.
What is it with people giving gifts as part of their apologies?
You know, I don't know. But again, I'm not complaining.
No, I still haven't quite figured out what this thing is. And Zenzi's will hold up the revolver and you see a little, like, charm hanging from it now.
What is that?
I don't know. Frey gave this to me, though, as a part of her apology.
Can I roll an intelligence to see if I know what it is?
To roll an Arcana check.
Roll Arcana. Okay. 16?
16? Okay. It definitely has a magical glimmer to it. That one...
It's the veiled charm.
The veiled charm. Okay. You get the sense that... I'm trying to remember... I've had so many items that I've found / created / gone through.
I mean, I have the thing open right now if you want me to read it.
Yeah, if you could, that'd be wonderful.
Yeah, so Veiled Charm, covered in strange glyphs and runes. It allows, for whatever weapon it is attached to, It makes it count as magical for purposes of overcoming resistance and immunity to non-magical attacks. So you attach it to a regular old weapon and it makes it a magic weapon.
So looking at it, you see all the different charms, all the different shapes along the outside of this charm. And itself has a very strong magical glow, and you see it every now and then that magic glow kind of flickers and pulses through the rest of the weapon.
Okay. Oh, okay. I think I know what this is. So it's a charm that makes your weapon magical.
Huh. So I guess I
So
did.
it gives it a little bit of an edge.
Yes, I did make the right decision putting it on the regular gun.
It's quite the charm.
You just made a pun.
Oh, I did.
From somewhere up by the stairs. Ah!
How can you hear that?
I'm a musician! I can hear it!
I don't understand how he can hear us.
Well, fuck off!
You just look over. You also like how can he hear us? You kind of look over, and his head just kind of pops up behind behind like a corner.
Like a pillar.
Just like, ah, bye.
The way the owls do the whole head thing.
He's just doing that. You say fuck off. It's like, okay.
Just like
the eyes and stuff.
All right. I am going to jump over to Gwen really quick. And then we'll say you guys are all able to meet up for dinner, and that'll give you a chance to, everyone will have a chance to meet the new guy. But Gwen, as you are sitting on that outside porch, really? Brian, I just got a text from him saying BRB. You son of a bitch! Well, why don't we use that opportunity, because we only have like another hour and a half, maybe usually just an hour. Why don't we take a break? Do we all want to take a 5-minute break? All right. I'm still getting random messages from him, and I'm just gonna... You're lucky that we're not in person.
He would have had a full can of soda tossed at him, not that empty one.
This is LaCroix.
Oh.
I'm trying to stop drinking soda, by which I mean I'm drinking less of it. Because I am not good enough to stop completely. I've tried.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Especially when all they serve in restaurants is fucking soda or water.
And I work at one.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah, there's no escape.
Nope. Listen.
I'm trying to drink more water, even if I'm still consuming entirely too much coffee or soda.
Our coffee is shit. Other than that, it's soda or flavored lemonades.
Oh.
Although I will say the flavored lemonades are banging. They're pretty good.
Flavored lemonades are pretty good. Speaking of flavors and coffee, I found this when I was out shopping.
Oh my
it's
god.
Fruity Pebbles coffee creamer.
That is weird. I don't think I would be able to try that.
It is weird. I had to try it. I used to love Fruity Pebbles when I was a kid.
That product and that marketing is literally just, hey, depressed kids who used to watch this TV show and eat this cereal, you want to experience it with your adult beverages?
Yep. Don't forget the Jameson.
You can mix
Gotta have
it
that-
with your whiskey. But should I, though? Your generation has never used the term should I. It's can I and yes.
Your scientists were so preoccupied if they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
Yep.
Gotta love Goldblum.
Ellen posted the most amazing meme. Hold on. Goes to prove to you that I am a grown child.
Yep. I love that one.
Mm-hmm.
Son of a bitch, I'm in.
Alright. Brian is back. Are we all back, or are we waiting on Alice?
She's downstairs.
Okay.
She'll be back in just a minute.
Alright, we can get started, because this is something for Gwen. Gwen, you are sitting outside. You finish your tarot card reading. You have your delicious tea in hand, because you always have tea on hand. And a paper origami bird seems to fly over and set itself down in front of the table in front of you. On the table in front of you.
Oh dear. This is delightful magic.
There you go.
When we'll open it.
You open the letter and there is a necklace inside of yours as well. That was neatly folded inside of it, but yours is, it looks like a little green stone that's been carefully wrapped in wire and has a little chain necklace to it. And I've just sent you the letter that you have received. Actually, sorry. Yours is not a little green necklace. Yours is a I was thinking the wrong frickin' thing what I was originally going to do. You actually find that when it opens up, it ends up being a stone. It's a pyrite crystal about the size of your palm that managed to fit in that space.
Do you want me to read this out loud, or do you want me to read it to myself?
I will leave that up to you as to whether or not you want to read that out loud for everybody, or if you want to keep it to yourself.
I think I'll keep it for myself for now.
Okay. When you're done reading it, let me know. I want to know if you want to do anything with that crystal that you have.
Sure. I will also, if there's like birds and things around, yes?
Yeah.
I'm gonna sort of like summon a bird over, and then I'm gonna cast Animal Messenger and just say, "Oh, thank you for the lovely note, dear. I'm doing well. I'm on my way back to the tree place." Insert what that's actually called.
Alder Heart?
Yes, the Alder Heart. Hope all is well. We'll talk soon.
Okay.
Oh, my love.
The little yellow finch that you called over flitters off with its message.
Okay. And then Gwen is also going to pull out the coin and investigate both of them.
Okay. Which are you going to do first? Are you casting Identifier, or are you just Arcana checking these?
I will, we're not in a rush, so I'm going to do Identify on both of them.
Okay.
As usual. So 22 minutes, give or take.
Okay. The first thing you look at is the coin.
No, I'll look at the stone first.
All
and then
right.
I'll be like, I have something else I wanted to cast Identify on.
You look at this giant piece of pyrite, and before you can even start casting Identify on it, as you start to just kind of stare at it, its shape seems to shift and adjust and kind of open up into this mirror-like surface. And as you look at it, you see your son's face staring at you in it. And he just goes, "Oh, hey, Mum, you got it."
Well, hello, dear. How are you, Frederick?
I'm doing all right. It's good to hear from you. It's been quite a while.
Yeah, you'll have to forgive me. I'm at a spa. My mind is miles away from my body.
Well, you certainly have traveled far then. Where did you find a spa?
The spa found me, dear. Quite a curious thing. Your professors may know something of it. What is it called? The caterpillar spa? Well, it's not, it doesn't matter what it's called. It's lovely, and if it finds you, I recommend you take full advantage.
I'll keep that under advisement. I can't say I've ever seen a traveling spa before.
Nor have I, and we all know how old I am, but we won't say it out loud.
Well, I see you've got the note and the trinket then.
Yes, it's quite lovely. It's good to see your face, even if I can't pat it with my hand.
Well, this is, I thought it would... one of the other students was playing around with sending stones and came up with this. It works for 30 minutes total for a day, and works with this stone, and we can actually talk in real time. And if for whatever reason you're not near your stone, or I'm not near my stone, it'll simply flash red a couple times to let you know.
All right. Well, that's very lovely. I know you're very busy, so I won't bother you all the time.
You couldn't bother me, Mum. I promise.
Oh, I'm so proud of you. As for the child that I had written about,
yeah,
maybe well, if you could write to her the way you wrote to me, that would be lovely. Even if you can't help her one-on-one, just giving her advice about her spell work and maybe some...
Do you know what she specializes in?
I believe she's an arcane mage, but I'm not sure what her talents.
I believe it was enchantment. I think it was enchantment.
You're not here, Gerald. Get out of my brain.
I'm just trying to help.
Gerald is everywhere.
He's secretly been under the table the whole time.
I knew it. Sorry, there was a whisper in my ear. Yes, I'm not entirely sure, and we'll be back in 2 days, so I can give you more information then, especially if we can chat this way.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. Let me know what school of magic she works with, and I'll see if I can find someone who would be a good tutor who can keep contact.
Oh, lovely. Speaking of lessons, I found that I've got quite the gift. I hope your studies are going as well.
It's very exciting stuff here at the AVM. I've made a new unexpected friend, and it's proved to be quite helpful.
Tell me more.
How about you come visit and I'll show you sometime?
That sounds great. You know I always love to see you. Might I inquire something?
Sure.
Have the bandits been fitting in, or are they still sort of getting used to?
Well, I mean, as best as they can. Neither of them are arcane users. Honestly, getting them to stay was interesting because, well, we're not exactly known for having stuff here because we have the skeleton things. But Corey's been fitting in rather well despite her inability to speak, but Endo's been good at bashing heads. He's quite stubborn.
Well, there are talents for all, so... Oh, I believe it's time for my facial.
Well, I'll enjoy that then, Mother.
Yes, we'll discuss this more. I'm quite proud of the work we've had with the bandits. We just negotiated some peace talks between the bird folk and the bandits. So
I'll be honest, I never thought I'd hear those words out of your mouth.
you know, I'm not just a knitter and a potion maker. I have desires and a bit of wanderlust, sort of like your father had.
Yeah. Well, enjoy your facial, Mother.
Thank you, dear. I look forward to seeing you, and I just sent a bird, so it should be there in probably the next 18 hours, but it'll be good.
I will keep an eye out for it.
So the yellow finch, it's quite gorgeous.
Lovely. Thank you.
Bagworm. The bagworm spawn? Is that?
Never heard of it.
I'll send you more details later.
Please do.
I love you, dear. Take care.
Love you too, Mum.
And then she'll just sort of stare at it until it turns back into a rock.
The at the end of the conversation, you watch your son kind of look over his shoulder and kind of wave over, and then the crystal clouds up and fades back into its typical geographic pyrite form.
Okay. Well, that's fascinating.
You can add communication crystal to your inventory. It is a homebrew of my own creation.
Ooh. Wunderbar. And then after a few minutes, the coin is...
Yes, you cast Identify on this coin. First, upon looking at it, you see... make a religion check for me.
Ew. Why would I ever want to do that? Oh dear, 11.
11? It has... There's two sides to this coin. One of them is lighter than the other side, and they both depict what looks to be a Luma in Jester costume, the face of it. One of them has a lighter hood, the other side has a darker shaped hood. You take a moment to cast Identify and see this is a coin of fortune. Learning through that the faces are the faces of Clurin, who is the Amarantine of Fortune, Magic, and Fate. You can use a bonus action to flip and catch this coin, and roll a d20 to determine the flip. If it lands on an even number, you have good fortune and you have advantage on your next ability check, attack, or saving throw. And if it lands on an odd number, you have poor fortune, which means you have disadvantage on your next ability check, attack, or saving throw. So it only happens once. And you have 3 charges per day.
Oh.
They regain charges at dawn.
You know who would probably really love this? It's Gerald. And she'll put it in her pocket and get up, stretch, and go back inside.
Okay.
Happy that she talked to her son.
All right. Is there anything else Chang'e and Shaori wanted to talk about while you were upstairs?
I'm not sure.
All right.
I mean, I believe we've just been talking about Humblewood. And I've been asking about all the different creatures because I'm confused.
I'm doing my best to explain. Fill her in on everything I know about Humblewood.
Okay.
Which is...
Yes, everything and anything.
As a player, not much at all. As a cleric of knowledge, probably a lot.
All right. Well, you guys are able to chat well into the evening, and then end up coming downstairs where you guys all meet in the hall for dinner. Gerald, Zinzi's, Gwen, and Red, you are sitting at the table and watch Shaori come downstairs with a walking giant moth.
Hey guys, we have a new visitor. Chang'e, this
Hello?
is Gwenny, Gerald, Zinzi's, and Red.
Oh, yeah. You're quite ravishing. And Gwen will get up and extend a hand.
That's certainly a word for it. That's...
Chang'e is taller
She's been
than
through a-
Zinzi's.
Yeah, so we can actually go down the list just so we have a chance. Gerald, you can explain what your character looks like at the moment, because I know you have your hat.
Yes. At the moment, Gerald is a strig, but unlike Shaori, who I believe is a great horned owl.
I was just a model brown owl.
A brown owl. Gerald has a decent face. Gerald is a barred owl.
Cutie.
He is dressed in, very carefully setting this down so I don't hit.
Wait, he's a barn owl?
He's a barred owl.
I have a joke for this. What's the difference between a barn owl and an apple?
What is the difference?
One is more socially acceptable to eat.
That's it. That's the end. We're done.
That's perfection.
That was great. I love it.
Amazing.
My heart is satisfied for the week.
I'm
Okay.
sorry. I'm sorry.
You're
Never
not
be sorry.
sorry.
That was perfect.
Not sorry.
You're not sorry.
No, I am.
You're not.
I'm satisfied, but I'm sorry.
So, he's dressed in leathers underneath. He's wearing this
Yes.
very odd cloak. Though it'll sort of change. It's currently like a muted sort of brown, but underneath it looks like it's covered in stars and all manner of fancy things. It kind of has the legs laying partially open because he's using his arm hands. He has a very large brim hat. And his feathers. Since we're in this particular environment, I don't think he has the hat activated for the time being because he didn't expect to see anyone new. And look at her like, I don't think she knows who I am. It's fine. He is like stark white, feathers with some like small like black divots, and the great big yellow eyes, some visible scarring on the beak, and has a currently like in between like grabbing a bite of food, diddling on a rather a metallic looking lute with it's kind of like the wood sort of very dark reddish color with some light metallic things, and there's something weird about it, something weird about that lute, but he's just playing a very like casual song and just smiles at you. Well, that's something you don't see every day. I'm Gerald. Charmed.
Zinzies, it is your turn. It is your turn to describe what is seen from you.
So, what Shange will see is I think she's 2 feet tall. She is tiny.
I think she's 2 feet tall. Because
Yeah,
she's barely taller than Ormir.
Yeah. You see a 2 foot tall squirrel with pure white fur, except for one chestnut brown patch around her right eye. She's dressed in a town's guard uniform, and she's got 2 guns on her belt. And she looks fidgety as fuck right now.
Relatable.
Yeah.
And Red, what do we see there?
So what you see is a red fox with like black tipped ears and orange fur, and she's wearing kind of like a pirate blouse with a little bit of a corset. She's got 2 rapiers on her side. She looks calm and collected and cool. Strangely, she drinks all the time, yet somehow she's functional. She's still coherent, she still can talk and all that kinds of stuff, but like every minute or so she'll take out her flask and take another swig.
All right.
Yeah.
How tall are you?
She's about 5'5". It's around the 5 foot range.
Okay. All right. And you have a tail, right?
Yes, she does have a tail.
Just looking at all of y'all like, what the fuck? And I look at you and your ears and your tail, and I'm like, in my head, but like kind of on my face, I'm like, that's unnatural.
It's like, what kind of antenna are those?
What kind of antenna are those?
She's just gonna go, hi. Nice to meet you.
Those are very... Why am I going into English? Oh my god. Those are some rather, sharp teeth.
Sharp teeth.
What do you eat?
What do I eat? Whatever is served in the taverns. Anything from meats to breads to vegetables.
Okay.
What do you eat?
Well, I would eat mooncakes my whole life if I could, but that's apparently not fair or not good for you. So,
There's a lot of sugar.
dumplings, eggplants. Not what you are. So
That's comforting.
I
You're not from around here, are you?
Most certainly. Most certainly. You just look like a creature that would eat me.
No.
To be honest,
No.
to be
I
fair,
would not. No.
we kind of get that from time to time from various different peoples. There are some towns who've never seen a strig. Few towns, but predatory avians are people get a little bit odd about.
Yes, normally, you see, I would assume that you would want to eat me. However, I did a lot of studying with Shaori over here, so I just sort of assumed that you wouldn't because she didn't.
Gerald has a look on his face. I'm like, I could make a terrible joke, but I just met this person, so I won't. He's just like, no, I prefer my food to be dead and not be a person, preferably.
You know, that's a pretty good guideline. Yeah, I think that's
I've done a lot of questionable things in my life, but I draw the line at cannibalism.
Okay.
Shawnee pipes up. I would be the only one that would technically be a cannibal if you ate me here. It would only be cannibalism if you ate me here.
My guidelines for cannibalism of anything that's like a person.
Okay.
Everything's a person.
This is definitely taking a different turn.
Yes. What do we see with Gwenny? What do we see with Gwen?
Two little button eyes, a cute little nose, furry chest and face with lovely little spikes on the back. It's almost as though Gwen looks like the picture.
Which is a completely different NPC, but we're gonna skip past that.
Similar fashion sense, it's fine, dear. I've never seen the like of Your Majesty here, but you are quite beautiful.
Wow, you are being terribly kind to me. Thank you. Do those spikes hurt you?
Oh no, only people that attack me. That's why.
And those who want to give her a hug sometimes.
It's a defense mechanism.
Yes, we're a defensive bunch, us hedges.
I see.
But very sweet.
Ah, I see.
Time.
Do they launch? Can you flex them and then they'll direct an attack at someone? Or is it just when a creature bites you, then they'll get your spikes instead and go, no, I don't want to eat that anymore.
So I do shed them sometimes, and she pulls out a little jar, and she's like, I use these for my magic spells. I need to throw off a quick bob of an enemy, but for the most part, they just do their thing, and I can always curl up in a ball and protect myself if I need to.
Okay.
Quick question, are your wings out, or are they tucked in?
They're tucked in as much as they can be, but it's more of they're just kind of behind me down and dragging on the floor because I can't really put them away.
If you wouldn't mind me being so bold, may I see your wings fully extended?
You can see with your eyes, but not your hands.
Oh,
and then kind of make them go out.
Oh my, that's beautiful.
And I'll kind of crouch down a little bit so that my tails can be out more comfortable. Be like, wow, that was nice. Okay.
Are you more comfortable this way, dear? Are you more comfortable this way? You don't have to keep your wings shuttered around us.
Well, it's just hard to walk in certain places when it's confined and small.
Okay.
Typically, I fly around all of the time, and I'll crawl on all of my arms, and then just sort of stand where I can, but keep my wings out. I live in a rather large tree, so there is lots of open space to fly, and I don't always walk around in tight spaces.
Yes, well, this is quite a fascinating building that we're in. But I'm happy to make your acquaintance, and where we're going is a tree. Valerie, is this lovely young thing joining us?
I'm not entirely sure. We didn't really get that far. We kind of bonded over books.
Yes, knowledge has been a grounding point for the two of us, I believe.
Wonderful.
A coming together, in a way, an understanding,
Yes.
a mutual understanding.
Yes, a lovely common interest.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
As you guys are talking, Ormir comes out and starts setting plates in front of all of you.
Thank you.
Oh.
Well, please join us.
Oh, all right. I believe I've only given my name to two people here, and that's you, and then, the owner of this establishment. I am Chang'e, and Chang'e, yes, Chang'e.
Very unique.
Thank you. I'm not sure how many of you introduced your names. I know.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Red.
Red, like the color.
Like the color.
Oh, oh, that's easy. That's easy. But you're more orange.
Yeah.
Just a bit. Just a bit.
Yeah. Technically, I'm a red fox, so I went with
Could
red.
Almost feel Red's brain breaking at that moment of,
Just like, yeah, I guess you're right.
So, are there more colors for foxes?
There's lots of colors. There's black, there's white, there's red, orange, there's like a sandy yellow. There's plenty. Gray.
Oh, okay.
Come in all kinds of colors, just like everyone else here.
Oh, any blues, purples, greens?
No, not that vibrant.
Really?
No.
Huh. Shut up. I was not addressing you. Okay, sorry, my phone.
it's such a turnaround.
I can feel that.
That character switch right there.
Oh, that turnaround was immediate. It's soft-spoken and motherfucker.
Yes. Oh, yes. Just wait till Chang'e gets like more comfortable, though.
She's gonna start speaking in a Brooklyn accent.
We'll make a character like that one day.
Yeah.
Not today though. Yeah. Okay. Actually, now I'm curious. Do any of your kind come in blues or greens or bright reds, maybe shades of purple and pink?
Not our kinds of species. Typically those with fur like us stick to more of the earth tones.
Huh.
We do
That's
know
interesting.
a weasel who's bright pink.
Is a who?
A weasel folk who's bright pink.
Oh. Huh.
However, that has not stopped plenty of us from dyeing our fur vibrant colors.
I thought you were going to stop at dying, and I got greatly concerned.
No.
not wrong.
Actually, no. You took a pause. And I got very confused. I was like, wait, is she just gonna leave it there?
I'm going to protect this little moth with my life.
I will set things on fire for this moth child.
I've only
I'm
known
out.
Shanga.
I'm
I've
out.
only known Shanga for 5 minutes, but if anything were to happen to her, I'd kill everyone in this room and then myself.
That might change.
I'm
That might
out.
change.
Wake me up in the morning. I'm out. Bye.
My apologies. I'm terribly overwhelmed today. A lot of things has happened in my unintentional journey.
There's a lot of that going around. You're in good company.
Quite.
Yeah.
Hey, well, okay. I believe asking this is going to be quite, fruitless. But would anyone happen to have a map or know of any areas beyond Humblewood?
I have more detailed maps of certain places in Humblewood, but not outside.
I just have a map of the entire Humblewood.
All right.
I don't know, maybe that book store we visited in the Alderheart Red, they might have more maps.
It was a map shop.
Yeah, Red and I visited it at the Alderheart. That's how I got the map of Humblewood.
That might be a good place, if that's what we're heading.
I'm just afraid that my maps only concerned the areas close to my home and my country. So I'm afraid that on a larger scale, we've missed each other. And I don't have any geographical reference to where my home may be.
Well, if we find enough maps and slap them together, we might be able to find something.
Yes, and we're going to a place that has plenty of information. We could at least glean something for you.
Well, I don't look tasty to any of you, do I?
No.
No, just fabulous, dear.
Oh, you are so sweat. I
I
love
do
your
have
jewelry.
to say, your outfit is very nice.
Oh, thank you. It's rather traditional, but that's sort of a modern spin on our ancestors.
Wait, so that's
Oh,
cultural.
Yes, it is.
Oh, that is very interesting.
Thank you.
Gerald is fighting the bard in him so hard.
Oh no!
And none of you don't think I look tasty. Gerald's like, "Let us make a drink." And say nothing.
Oh god.
Do not hit on the moth baby!
He's just like, one part of his brain is like, you shut up and go back to the corners. It's not the time. We have not done this until. We have not done it. We're not doing this so far.
You flirt with the moth child and it's on sight.
Entirely fair. He's pretty much saying that to. He's pretty much internally having that conversation. Is like, listen, you listen. He's looking at himself like, you listen here, you little shit.
Oh my god.
Gerald, it's the birds and the bees, not the birds and the moths. Come on.
Precisely.
This is the kid show. This is not a kid show.
When? It's not a kid show. No, he's just.
This took a very different turn tonight.
No, mainly, mostly joking. He's trying like, I cannot make jokes about eating somebody. As much as they're coming to my brain, I can't because she might actually think I'm going to eat her.
She will. She will.
That's what he's really fighting against. Like, I can't make jokes. I can't make jokes. I want to make jokes, but I can't.
Every time there's a bard. Every time.
Every time. It's a bar.
Every time.
It's different kinds of jokes, but every time it's just there's nothing. There's no good joke I can make here that won't make her think I'm actually going to eat her. Nope, just take a drink of nope.
Well, as long as y'all have said, most people have said that they're not gonna eat her.
Nope.
She'll take it.
No eating.
Well, if you don't mind the company,
I'd love the company.
I would greatly appreciate guidance here.
That I can do on a whim. I cast guidance.
Oh God!
I can guide you in many ways.
I roll to pick up my roll.
Oh my word!
That's 4.
Well, I certainly wouldn't mind helping if you need it.
I would. Unfortunately, I have to admit, this is certainly not the company I ever anticipated coming across in my lifetime.
Life is full of
Surprises.
expectations that are completely diverted.
I suppose.
Well
I believe those are called disappointments.
Well put,
Oh,
indeed.
dear.
No, not disappointments, just surprises. Unexpected events.
This is certainly a surprise, but hardly the delightful kind. I would classify this more as a disappointment, more as a traumatic experience, and something along the sort. This isn't necessarily the nicest surprise I've ever received in my life. Now, the nicest surprise I've ever received in my life is this. Now she has a little crown. This was the nicest surprise I've ever received in my life, but this is less so.
What are you, royalty?
Mind me,
As I see
do excuse me for my prying. What happened?
So, as I'm sure my curiosity and need for a map has explained, I am from far away. I have lived in a single place my whole life and secluded with my family since we are the only ones left. We have not gone anywhere as to, oh dear, what's the word I'm looking for? Perpetuate the survival of my people? We have to leave our tree every so often to find necessary supplies, any other plants or vegetables or food that may have grown in the area, and maybe, even if we're hopeful, find more of us. And while I was out, very large creatures, the likes of which I have never seen in my whole life, but match the fat and fleshiness of your lot, unlike my exoskeleton, grabbed me and stuffed me in some sort of bag and went on and on for hours about their great fortune at finding this creature. We traveled, I'm not sure for how long, but the moment we came to a stop and my bag was opened up, I flown out and did not look back. The next thing I found was this establishment, and since the ride of this place looked a little bit more insect like me, I assumed it was worth looking into.
Oh, you poor thing.
I had only ever heard of Humblewood in broad terms of legend and history. But never had we ever dwelled into the history of the creatures who've lived in it. And we've been so far away, I don't even know what places are here. I only know the history concerning my people. I have no idea what any of this or any of you are.
It is also not the best place to get flung into this part of the country.
Oh, thank you for telling me. It's certainly matters.
I mean, well, it kind of looks outside the window. Actually, no, this isn't too bad. Further north, that is good. But this is fine.
That's okay, Changa. We're heading away from those places. Far
going
away
towards the nice
moment.
spot.
As far as I'm concerned, I'm sure that we all are willing to protect you and get you home safely.
Absolutely.
Or find a map, for God's sakes.
If I can just at least find that shows me more than just Humblewood, then I can find out where my country is located and start a journey home. Although that may be far more difficult than the difficulty of which that is said.
Easier said than done.
Is that how you all say it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I don't often speak in common. I may be a bit outdated in my phrases.
Not quite. You just use very formal words.
My family are scholars and we speak in our own language at home, but we've done our best to study languages and that are, well, I suppose, common. So I've studied this language and tried to model it after high members of society so that I do not sound dumb.
Doing a pretty good job.
Thank you. It's very uncomfortable.
I can imagine.
I don't even think you all could process my first language.
What does your first language sound like?
You can't process it.
Try me.
I have a question before we continue. Gwen can speak to bugs. Or sorry, speak with bugs.
Yeah.
So...
You do not understand this language you're going to hear. This language is a developed language. She might look like a bug.
Yes, I get that. I just wanted to double check.
You're not going to be able to understand it.
As it was described, it's a series of clicks and hums that a human can't replicate. So as much as I would love to demonstrate my native language to you, I can't.
It's okay. Like, just in character, wondering what she sounds like.
I'm sad that I can't speak Moth. Or I'll just say that I give a demonstration. I'm just gonna say, well, this is how I talk, and it's.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
That's really interesting. Really, really interesting. Wow. That's
What did you say
All right,
there?
good for you.
Oh, I just said this in the best equivalent of my language to yours. That like this is how I speak. This is how I talk.
Very interesting.
Thank you. Never been complimented for my language before.
It is very, very unique.
Well, thank you. Red, you are rather unique.
Thank you.
And tall. I can't believe some of you are rather tall. I mean,
You should have
it's
seen
not
a
un-
polar bear.
A what?
Okay.
I mean, your height levels aren't like unfamiliar. Oh, are you good?
I'm fine. Yep. Nope. I'm fine.
Everything's fine. Life falling apart.
Oh no.
Please hold. We are experiencing technical difficulties.
I love this group. I'm just gonna say that. Y'all are so cute. Y'all are so cute. And freaking Gwemi. Oh my gosh. I'm in love. I want her to be my grandmother.
I'm trying to like channel like Mary Poppins and
I mean, you
Laura
don't even-
at the same time.
I mean, to be fair, you don't even have to ask her. She'll nominate herself in that role and then just fill it.
She's the auntie.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
Yeah, Gerald has Gerald's had conflicts internally about Gwen, given his upbringing, but he's like, you know what? No, you're nothing like it. It's fine. Everything's fine. Fine. Why couldn't you find me in the woods when I was an egg? That would be great. No, I get the other edge.
Yeah, not all hedges are good.
No.
Well, we are coming up on the 12 o'clock mark. Is there anything else you guys want to do for this evening before we wrap up? Alright, you all...
I've been starting to fall asleep.
It's alright.
Gerald will
Do you
play
want
as
to ask
a bitty farmer,
Oromir a question?
traveling companion.
You want to talk to Ormir real quick?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. Well, hello there.
Hi, Oromir. So, just a quick question. I was wondering if you happen to have any rubies lying around.
Rubies?
Yeah, I was contemplating my spells in a dream last night, and I'm missing a little bit of components. And I was wondering if perhaps you had some, and I could buy some from you. If not, no problem.
Oh,
Was just curious while I was here.
I've got many things lying around.
Well, in your travels over the next couple days, if you happen upon about 50 gold worth of rupees, I would happily buy them from you.
How about this? I will give you a ruby for 30 gold pieces and a story.
Okay. I will hand over 30 gold pieces. And I will... tell her the story of how I became wind touched.
Okay.
I
Although Ormir
think
is
I
actually a
have-
guy.
Right, sorry.
He just has a very strangely high-pitched voice.
My apologies. I will tell him the story of how I became wind touched, and I'm going. Chowdhury will be giving much more detail. I'm just going to kind of do a quick skim.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, when I was 5 years old, I lived in a huge, gigantic, beautiful tree with many of my extended family in the southern area of Humblewood. And then that night, a sudden thunderous storm came upon us, and we quickly fled into our nests in our home when lightning began to strike, and soon a brilliant flash of blue light washed over me, and I couldn't see anything after that. I woke up to an elderly priest from a nearby village checking me for life and injuries, and I looked up, and my eyes focused, and I found a giant flame engulfing my home tree. I look around to see many of the villagers coming to help. Another bolt of lightning comes down on the tree. The storm was... and then suddenly, the storm was gone. Like it had never been there at all, except for the damage that the lightning wrought to my home tree. I get up, and I see my mother on the forest floor. I run over to her, ignoring the words from the priest and everyone else. And I tried to wake her. She was gone. I run around trying to find anybody. Everyone is gone. I am the only survivor of about 100 people that lived in that tree. The elder told me that day that I was touched by the wind, that I was alive for a reason, and that he would teach me the ways of Gethsemane and to help me find my way. And that's basically Chowdhury's origin story.
The entire time you're telling this story, Ormir is very intently listening, intently studying your face. He's a very odd character to begin with, and his customer service is very powerful, but in this moment he's very much intently listening, properly studying you. Every now and then will ask a very delicate but specific question. He obviously is just hungry to learn. Mm-hmm. He enjoys conversation, and he's happy to have a conversation with you. And at the end of your story, he just kind of gives you a sad little smile, and then takes reaches under his desk into a little chest and pulls out a ruby and sets it on the counter and slides it over.
The gold should have already been on the counter, but yeah, good. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening so delicately, and thank you for the ruby.
Thank you for the story. I certainly love a good tale. And I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Could not have been easy.
I don't know what it would have been like with them, but I feel like I'm doing okay on the path that I was sent.
I think we all end up where we need to be, whether we like the journey there or not.
Isn't that the truth? That's it.
Okay. All right, you all take the time to get to know each other a little better. Go up, spend the night in your rooms. You all have a long rest. Ready to start the day? Yes.
I will do my ritual tonight.
Okay. Spend the next day will be the last day at the spa. Real quick, if anyone had anything particular they wanted to do that day, let me know now.
I'm going to crush that ruby into dust.
That's fine. That's fine.
Gwen,
and then
Eliza.
Huh?
Gwen's gonna send an animal message to Eliza to let her know that we're coming back.
Okay. And then we will.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Yesterday, after we've introduced our new friend, Gerald would have told them the message that he got from Avery.
Okay.
From there, that we worked on it our end. We got some more information. We'll meet you in a couple of days. Even though he forgot to tell her they were on their way, but yeah, it's whatever. She'll expect them back after a while. So he's like, yeah, Avery came. Avery sent me a message and spell, and He gave us updates and stuff. I was going to do that yesterday.
Does anyone want to roleplay through that conversation, learning Avery's message? Alright, then we will just finish the third day. You guys have a wonderful, relaxing day at the spa. And eventually, once more, the spa seems to come to a slow. And you guys look out the window and see the enormous trunk that is the base of the Alderheart tree, the center of Humblewood, the capital of Everden. The place that you guys have come to be very familiar with, those who have been there before, and some of you, this is a whole new experience.
Yep.
And you're ready to take the next step in your journey. And that is where we will leave it for tonight. I hope you guys had fun. I know a lot of us were a little bit off today, so I'm glad we were able to join this and still have fun. Yeah. For those who decided to stick it out and watch, thank you for joining us. If you came towards the end and missed a bit and want to watch it, these always end up going up onto YouTube, which I will eventually... I think my link for my YouTube is in my Twitch channel. Check it out there. I will eventually start remembering to post my link tree in the chat, but I'm not about that life tonight. I'm tired. So, without further ado, good night.
Night, everybody.
Bye.
Good night, dears.